This is John Dollar of Prayer Builders in Winona, Minnesota. We have been moving through 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, and I always used to, I don't know, I'm reading this out of the King James, but chapter 5 and at verse 16, I always thought the shortest verse in the Bible was Jesus wept. Well, this one's 2 words. Those words were shorter. So I guess technically, character-wise, that would have been shorter. But this is another one. Paul just came out. I mean, look at this. He just got done talking about how you should be treating and thinking about your leaders. Then he went down. He went from leaders, and then he went to the completely opposite end. And he started looking at all the weak and the feeble-minded people and the things that could put a drain on you. Then he looked at the last verse where he was talking about rendering evil for evil. Now what that means is it's when someone tells you don't render evil for evil, that is implying, and that is implying that people are doing you wrong. You're getting done wrong. People are rendering evil to you. I mean, that's what that means, because you can't do that last verse unless people are being evil, doing evil acts towards you or saying evil things about you. So you don't even get to fulfill that verse unless bad things are already happening to you by other people. Then, so we're dealing with a crowd here that people could be treating you in an evil manner. And then all these other things that could just wear you out. And if you're just dealing with people that are weak and faint-hearted and all this all the time, and then people are being evil to you and all this. Then Paul comes back in this, maybe this is the second shortest verse in the Bible, next to Jesus wept. He said, rejoice evermore. He said, keep on rejoicing. He said, no. Now that word evermore, that means like forever. Just never stop. And when you see rejoicing is this attitude. It's an attitude that when you come around people, in the Greek, it literally, 2 key things that describe this. There was 3 words that I got when I was looking this up in the Greek. First off, that word is the root of the word here. It's actually a kairo, and the root of this word is actually meaning joy. It's meaning basically in the midst of all this stuff, you need joy. We have got to have joy. We have got to have joy, and that word joy means joy. This word rejoice means joy. It means being full of cheer and being calmly happy. People are doing things they shouldn't be doing to you, and the work of ministry is a draining thing. If people just think that this is going to be sitting at Barnes & Noble autographing your books and doing all the, it's real ministry is work. It's not just this marketing system where you're just selling books and your name's getting spread out on the internet and everybody's wanting to follow after your meetings and do it. Real ministry where hearts are being ministered to and lives are being changed. It's a drain. And Paul is saying you need to be full of cheer always, forever. You just it needs to never stop. And I really love the word calmly happy. In the midst of everything you just saw, always being calmly happy. Now, calmly implies peace. This rejoicing is just you're always full of cheer. And you can probably think of that. You can probably think of that in people in your life. You might have even thought maybe you're not a real cheerful person and rejoicing person. But I bet you can think of people, that Christians probably, You can probably think of some in your mind that whenever you have ever seen that person is smiling, that person is bubbly, that person is happy, and it doesn't matter what's going on. You would have no idea what's going on in their life because of what they've done. And I mean I've seen that again and again and again. And then back in Nehemiah chapter I think it's in chapter 10 verse 8, or no, is it 8? I think chapter 8 verse 10. It says that the joy of the Lord is your strength. This right here, when you're encountering the weak, when people are doing evil to you, what is one of your things? It is joy. And when you think of it, just remember this as I close, think of this. Back in Galatians 5:22, what did Paul say the fruit of this born-again spirit was? He said that it was, number one, love, that we were talking about yesterday. But what is number two? Joy. And then what is number three? It's peace. I mean, those three things are like the big guns that will strengthen you and enable you to walk through anything. So I pray this was a blessing to you. I want to encourage you. Don't be discouraged. No matter what's going on in this earth, what do we need to be? We need to be joyful. We need to be full of cheer. And we need to be calmly happy. Why? Because Jesus is coming back.